6 months ago, at the age of 63, I started a YouTube channel with zero YouTube savvy, zero subscribers, and zero idea what I was getting into. I just felt I had to, and I dived right in, literally, in a shark costume. And now that channel has more than 16,000 subscribers, beyond my wildest dreams. So I'm going to tell you how that happened. To be honest, I didn't know what 16,000 subscribers meant. Someone asked me, I think it was my manager at work, when I finally told her that I had 15,000 subscribers. She said, "Is that a lot?" And I don't know. I actually don't know. But I did have another YouTube channel host say to me, "How the heck did you get so many subscribers?" And so I thought, well, maybe I better look this up. Well, today I checked with a ChatGPT. Actually, it was Claude, which is a different type of AI. And I had Claude look up YouTube stats for me. And 16,000 in 6 months is a lot. For starters, more than 70% of new YouTube channels have fewer than 500 subscribers after 6 months. The slow growers may reach around 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers in that time. The medium growth channels reach 3,000 to 4,000, and even fast growth channels typically have 5,000 to 7,000, with 10K being the outside number. We have more than 16,000, and it's really only been about 5.5 months. This puts Fearless and Fabulous in the 5 to 10% top range of new YouTube channels for number of subscribers. This isn't a story about how Yvonne beat the algorithm, because I have no idea what the algorithm actually is or what it wants from me. All I know is that I want to connect with like-minded women. And so that's what my channel is built around. One wobbly step at a time. And we have built a beautiful community so far, and I expect it to just continue to grow. And I'm learning so much, and I'm loving it so much. So let's talk about exactly what I did. So here are 5 strategies I used that actually worked. No filters, no hacks, no clickbait. Strategy number 1 is to niche down to your truth, not to a market. A lot of YouTube gurus suggest you niche down to a specific topic, like gardening or menopause. That would drive me nuts, to have to just talk about one thing forever. First of all, women 50 and over have multifaceted lives. They are not just one thing, and they can go to those other channels for that one thing if they need a taste of that one day. But we're way more than that, and I wanted to appeal to every facet. And also, women over 50 are not the same. And I wanted to talk to my people. There are women over 50 who want to live bigger, bolder lives, who want to throw the shackles off and do something fun with the rest of the time that they have here on the planet. And those are my people. That is my tribe. And as much as I can, I want to encourage them to do that. And honestly, they say to learn, teach. And the more I talk about this, the more bigger and bolder my life becomes. I bought a 1990 classic Miata about a year ago, and I've been having so much fun tooling around in it and fixing it up and going on adventures in it. Also in June, just last month, I went to Croatia on a solo travel trip and kicked one off the bucket list, where I spent 7 days on a yacht with 6 strangers sailing the Dalmatian coast. Now, it wasn't quite the trip I planned, because we were only under sail a short bit of time. The rest of it was powered, but I talked about that, called Sail Fail, in my another video, and I won't go into it now. But I got to do that. And then, of course, I did this YouTube channel. And I just feel like the world is my oyster. It's open to me. And I want the people that gravitate to this channel, that's what they want in their life too. And I think that we lift each other up. Strategy 2 is let analytics be a conversation. And what I mean by that is the analytics talk to you. They tell you if people like your video, they tell you how long they stay on your video, they tell you if that video may turn them into subscribers. And so they sort of inform what your audience wants to hear more of. So I've done more on optimum health after losing that 40 pounds. And I've done more on that journey of losing the 40 pounds and what the outcomes I got from it. And then another one I did was on income stacking by having multiple income streams that are side businesses. Now I work full time, but I also have 4 side businesses, including this YouTube channel. And so that one also resonated with the audience. So I'll probably do a couple more on that topic. But there are so many topics out there. I have at least 100 topics that I came up with, and I'm not chipping away at them much because I keep coming up with more things that I feel like our people want to hear. Strategy 3 is rhythm over relentless. That was kind of a hard one for me because I'm very task oriented, and I initially started out this channel by trying to do 3 videos a week, and that was just too much with a full-time job and other side gigs. So I had to cut back to twice a week. And since I did that, oh my gosh, what a relief. Do you know, people who don't publish and edit videos probably don't understand how much time it gets to get 1 minute out there on the air, but I probably spend, for an 8 to 10 minute video, I probably spend 8 to 10 hours working on it, planning it, filming it, and editing it, and then posting it online. Strategy number 4 is to really focus on the comment section, which is your community. I read every single comment on my videos, and I try to respond right away. If someone asks me sort of an in-depth question that requires some research, I will go research it, and then I will give them an answer, always. Because they're taking their time to talk to me. It's like having someone in your living room. You're not going to ignore them, right? Now, some of the people that come into my living room, I've had to show the door to. So there are some people out there online, but really, I think I've only 3 times used this special feature, which is hide from channel. And if someone says something so nasty, because I want this channel to be a safe space, even for me, right? And if they say something so nasty, then I will just hide from channel. And what that does is it deletes that video. It shows them the door out of my house. They're no longer in my living room, and they can never see my channel again unless they sign in with a different account. So, but that's only happened 3 times in more than 16,000 subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views. So in engaging in the comments on the community, what I've tried to do is create a safe space that is a space that I wished I could have belonged to on YouTube, which is kind, encouraging, and lifting one another up. Strategy 5 is to keep the titles and thumbnails simple and honest, no clickbait. One of the nicest things that I ever heard in the comment section was, "Thank you for being honest about what this video was about. I'm so tired of clicking on something and then it's about something entirely different." And so I will always try to do that. If I ever don't, please call me on it, because that is not my intention at all. I want to have honesty in every area of this channel. So those are the strategies. Now, here is the 6-step process I use to launch my YouTube channel. Step 1 is to define your why. People always talk about the big why. So what is your big why? Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? What do you want to achieve from it? And it can't be ad revenue. That is not a good reason. I will tell you, my first month I made $400 in ad revenue. And once I got monetized, it takes several months to get, usually it takes several months to get monetized if you're going to get monetized. And so by the time I probably made about 80 cents an hour for all the time that I've spent so far. Probably made about 80 cents an hour. I know that that will improve over time, and I am in this for the long run for sure. And it's nice to finally be making some money from it. But that cannot be your big why. That just cannot. You will burn out immediately. So find something that, what do you want to say? If you were sitting down for coffee with someone, what are 3 topics you could talk about forever? That's your why, that's your passion. So that's step number 1. And if you're thinking, I'm not sure I have that much to share, there's a quote that I heard that has always stayed with me. If you don't share what you're meant to share, the people you're meant to help will continue to suffer. Step 2 is to name it and claim it. And that simply means pick a channel name and sign up for an account, a YouTube account. Now, don't sweat your channel name too much. It can be your own name. It can be a phrase you heard that you really like. It should sort of represent your vibe, but you can always change it later. When I first started this channel, I called it Silver Sisters because I wanted it to be about the sisterhood, you know. But that kind of sounded like a knitting circle after a while. I realized I wasn't touching the people that I wanted to reach out to. And so I changed it to Fearless and Fabulous because that's really what it's about. It's about living a fearless, fabulous life. Not about being a silver sister. Nothing wrong with that. Step 3 is to set up your tech stack. Now, don't worry about that phrase. What that means is your equipment. What are you going to use? I am currently filming this on my iPhone 15. That's what I've done all of my videos on. I actually did buy a new iPhone for this channel, and the reason I did is that I had an iPhone 8. And it didn't have enough memory on it, and it was starting to, you know, it was on its last leg, so it was time to upgrade. So I got an iPhone 15 with 1 terabyte of memory, so I didn't have to worry because videos suck up a lot of memory. And so that's what I did. You don't have to do that. You can use whatever smartphone you have right now. If it has a good camera on it, you can film on your camera. Now, getting the film from your camera to your computer is done usually through a USB cord. And that took me a little while to figure out too. Then you want to have good lighting. You can use natural light though. I currently have 2 lights. I have a big screen over here, which I'll see if I can show you. That right there. And I have a ring light, which is over here. See that ring light there? Yeah. So, you know, you don't have to have both of those. I didn't in the beginning. I had 1 little ring light and it wasn't enough, and I didn't like my lighting most of the time, and I still don't like it sometimes. It takes, oh, see, now I've got this screen in the way. I have to be very careful about where I set my camera because otherwise that screen shows. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're not going to be perfect. No one expects you to be perfect. And so anyway, and you need a mic. You really do, because the YouTube will forgive everything. They'll forgive bad lighting. They'll forgive bad filming, but they will not forgive bad audio. So I currently have this thing. It's I forget what it's called, a Rika or something. And so there's a transmitter on my phone, and then there's this mic here, the receiver. Maybe that's a receiver and this is the transmitter. This is the transmitter, that's the receiver. And you know, you just pair them and then you're good to go. So that's pretty easy. The hard part for me was the editing. I was really concerned about the editing software. I had heard about Final Cut, CapCut. It just kind of made my head explode. And I thought that was going to be the stumbling block for me, honestly. But then I watched a YouTube video that showed how you could use Canva to edit your videos. And I was a Canva user and I had no idea. I should have figured that out, that I could do that, but I didn't know. And so I've been using Canva ever since. Now it gets glitchy at times and it gets frustrating at times, but I just don't have time to learn a new piece of software right now. Someday I will, because I feel like Canva is maybe holding me back a little bit. But just so you know, you don't have to have anything to start with. You don't even have to have a mic if you don't want to. You can use your, the mic on your smartphone to start with. And then just add things over time. Don't invest a lot of money up front. If you decide this isn't for you, you'll be sorry if you did. So, tech stack. Step 4 is to have 3 videos ready to go. Now you don't have to have 3, 1 to 3 is fine, but having 3 will really help you stay on track, and it will also help you feel more comfortable at the whole process, because it does take a while to get one completed, more than you think. And having 3 will show you just how much time you need to set aside for the 4th one and the 5th one, etc. So, and then it will make sure that you don't fall behind your schedule right off the bat. And here's a bonus tip on that one. Be sure and have a list of topics that you'd like to do videos on. I had, when I started, around 60 topics, and it's since grown to 100 because I haven't been chipping away at it much. I pulled a couple out of there, but honestly, I keep coming up with other ideas that I desperately want to do something on. I've got a really exciting one coming up in the beginning of August, and so if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe at least to watch that one. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a beautiful video. I'm looking forward to it so much. So you'll find that if you have a list of topics, you'll never run out of ideas. Step 5 is to publish and then engage with your commenters. That's an exciting time when you first publish your first video and you think, oh, what if people see it and they hate it? Nobody's going to hate it. Some people might click on it and then go, oh, this isn't for me, and click away, and that's fine. The only time my feelings get hurt, well, not the only time, but mostly, is if I see my subscriber count go down by even 1 person. I'm like, what did I do to them? What did I do? But people, they subscribe and they unsubscribe, and that's fine. So be sure and engage with your audience, though. Those comments that's people reaching out to you, and you want to reach back. And step 6, of course, is to publish consistently, but come up with a rhythm you can sustain. Do not try to post every day. You'll burn yourself out immediately. And really, I just don't think that's a good idea. I started out publishing 3 times a week and it was too much. And I cut back to twice a week, and that I can manage. So you find a number that works for you. And in the beginning, I would say less is more, but at least try to publish once a week. 6 months ago, I didn't know how to film a video. Now, together, we've built something I'm really proud of. Not just the numbers, but the women behind them, the conversations we've had, the way we lift each other up. And this is only the beginning. If you're standing on the edge of something new, and you're wondering if anyone out there will read it or hear it or care about it, please take that leap. Someone out there wants to hear your voice, and the choir needs you.